Viewer discretion is advised.
I wish people understood, It's not easy. It just doesn't work itself out over time. You're always trying to figure out 2-3 steps ahead, when in reality, it's like, how am I going to conquer this, Oh, never mind, problem solved. I guess it's that we all kind of have that one thing that kind of sets us apart. And it's special because it's like our definition, essentially.
Do you not think that that's a bit limiting? Do you think it maybe affects the career paths you consider? Narrows your options?
No. I don't think so, no, because when you have too many different aspects to your personality, you can get too confused or too emotional. So I think it's kind of good to have that one thing you can focus on, so you just know where you're headed.
So, what is your one thing?
Oh, I'm the lesbian one. Speaking of, I don't want to inconvenience anybody, but could you maybe not be here? I get that it's your job, and I'm sure you're doing great, but I can't concentrate with all the femininity around me. I mean, I can hardly control myself. Oh.
Don't worry about that. Happens all the time. So, that was good. Let's keep the energy up, honestly flowing. Okay,
So, what is your opinion on the whole business of a single definition for each person?
Oh, I don't have opinions, unless you count opinions by MAC. This is my absolute favourite lipstick. It is this gorgeous nude shade that works during the day and on nights out. I just picked it up last week in my local Brown Thomas, but I think you can get it anywhere. It just really works well on my lips. And it's
So, could you give us some examples of different career interests that you think suit your attribute?
Sure. I'd love to be assistant gym manager, or an assistant sports coach, or an assistant personal trainer. Anything along those lines, really.
And would you ever aspire to graduate to anything beyond that? Say, a managerial role, or...
Why the hell would I bother managing stuff I don't want to do or I'm not capable of doing, when I could be having the time of my life assisting the managers? Like, who wants to be the striker, scoring goals, getting glory, when you could be the one giving them that sweet, sweet assist of pass? Or better yet, being the assistant to the assist of passer. Now that sounds unbelievable. Like, the lower you stay, the better the game. That's the way I see it. Oh, it's carnival clock. Gotta stay fit if I want to make it to assistant in the next 40 years.
The others say you're the smart one. Surely you must have big aspirations for your future. Got it all planned, huh?
That's a good question. Well, I love the real obscure stuff, like science, math, reading. Not a lot of people get those, but so I'll definitely go somewhere where they teach those. Apart from that, I'd have to go somewhere where there's plenty of space to be by yourself. Always. Interaction-free learning is the only method that kind of works for me.
And why is that exactly?
Well, I can never be alone with other human beings. Ever.
Because of awkwardness? Social anxiety?
Murderous tendencies.
Excuse me? Did you just say murderous tendencies?
Yeah. Only if I'm alone with someone, though. It's like my brain starts making lists of all the reasons why I'm better than them, and it's like, whoop, they gotta go. They deserve it. It's okay though. I understand if you don't get it. Like, I get that stuff to do with science and people is totally out of grasp for most humans. I mean, as far as I know, I'm the first woman that ever understood them. Well, we were around for 2,000 years and us useless didn't do anything.
So, could you tell us, how does one go about defining their personality?
So, which characteristic do you represent?
Oh, I'm the slag one.
You assigned yourself that role?
Myself? Yeah, sure, I chose it.
Can you explain to us why you thought this definition would suit you?
Well, over the past few years, I've been getting more promiscuous.
How so?
Well, it all began when I started dabbling in drugs a couple years back. I'm talking about the hard stuff. Estrogen, progesterone, you know, all that rock and roll stuff. Next thing I know, I'm taller, leaner, and just, well, improved. I'm pretty sure it's my destiny because I'm just right at home. Like they're helping me fulfill my purpose. And hey, I didn't grow up dumb and pretty to do anything else in my life.
You're not at all concerned about how these sorts of behaviors might affect your reputation?
No, not at all. If anything, I am positive that my prior experience of being handled for the benefit or amusement of others will make me an impressible candidate for any reputable employer.
Do you have any idea where this thing will take you in the future? Career-wise, that is.
Yeah, definitely. If I ever get fed up, I would love to pursue a husband.
Could you tell us what encouraged you to take on this role?
First of all, I'm extremely offended that you would even insinuate that this is a role. Myself and my fellow male feminists, or feminists, because regretfully, as of now, there's only two of us. We prefer to call ourselves professors. That's PROPHESSORS. Because we are spreading the good news and educating the oblivious female population to our movement. I, myself, wake up every morning burning with feminine thirst for justice. I simply can't understand why the girls around here are so complicit, so submissive. I remind them every day that they need to be angry. They need to organize marches. They need to free their nipples. They need to challenge their traditional evolutionary position at the bottom of the food chain. They are letting themselves be walked all over by their biological incompetence. Well, I say that they should say no more. Just because you were born weak doesn't mean you have to stay weak. And I am here to give them the strength that they can find for themselves.
Well, that is truly admirable of you.
I just want to let all the women out there unwilling to speak for themselves know that I am not afraid to speak for them. I will not rest until each and every one of them is.
Is there anything else you think needs to be brought to the attention of the public in representation of girls your age?
I just think it's so important to remember that we are the future. The cooking we do today becomes the cleaning we do tomorrow. It's all connected. And no matter what we learn in school, no matter what we pretend to be interested in just so other people will like us, for us girls, us women, we know that in our futures, we can choose to earn less than our male counterparts, wherever we work. And that, I think, is the true meaning of freedom.